Yeah, so tracking that fog this morning after yesterday, we watched as the causeway had to be shut down for several hours. 15 people this morning recovering after a number of wrecks caused by that fog.
Yeah, fortunately no fatalities there. Officials, though, using what happened yesterday as a reminder to stay safe on the roads, keep your distance there to avoid crashes. We do have our eyes on the causeway this morning. Our Rachel Handley, she's standing by in Metairie with the current look at conditions. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Yeah, conditions are still very, very foggy out here. Alexa had mentioned that as we go through the morning, we could actually see the fog get denser. And that's something that we ourselves saw whenever we last checked in. We were at the Bonneville boat launch and we pointed out that at one point you could see the causeway from that wharf there. And half an hour later, you couldn't because the fog had gotten more dense. So we packed up our car and we came closer to the causeway, and we're going to show you exactly what it looks like right now. Visibility is very, very, very low here, and I don't want anybody to be out in this, but I am glad that we do have some taillights and headlights of people coming to show you exactly what we're talking about when we say something like quarter-mile visibility. You can see those taillights just disappearing into this wall of fog, and we're standing on the levee, and you can barely even see the water from here. So very, very dense fog here, as you can see, and this is close to what it looked like yesterday morning whenever we had that series of crashes that you were mentioning. About 30 people were hurt in that, with about a dozen having to go to the hospital. Both sides of the span, as you mentioned, were shut down for about 8 hours. Thankfully, nobody killed, but since then, officials have really been hammering home these points about driving safely in foggy conditions. So just a few reminders before you get on the road today. We just want to make sure you hear these a million times so that you have them in your mind as you are driving. Be sure to slow down, make sure to give yourself plenty of time, leave a lot of space between you and the car in front of you in case you have to stop suddenly. Use your turn signal, use it often, and as we keep saying, use your low beams, not your high beams, because that makes it easier for you to see, and it also makes it easier for people to see you. So above all, if you hear nothing else that we say, if you're getting on the road today, make sure that you are leaving early so that you have that time to make sure you can get to wherever you're going safely today. You can see from looking at it here, the conditions are still pretty bad on the roads right now. In Metairie, Rachel Handley, WWL, Louisiana.